Hi, my name is Deanne Carlo, and today I'm with Eric McMurray, running for council in Ward 2 here in Port Hope. Good evening. How you doing today, man?
Great.
Day 6 or day 5, day 6 today. Thanks, man. Thanks for seeing me. So you're on the hot seat right now of my crazy interview experiment, social experiment I've been doing. So I got 5 questions for you. So the first question I'd like to ask is the first topic would be about you. If you were given a magic wand to change anything in this town, what would it be and why? Let me rephrase this. So I'll be reading the questions twice each in 2 different ways. If you had a magic wand and could change anything in this town, what would you change and why?
Well, just from what I've heard since being back home here in Port Hope since Canada Day, I've heard that, for example, senior services are lacking, especially. My grandmother is very near and dear to my heart. She's an 85-year-old woman, God bless her. I'd just like to help out in areas like that where, I feel like the people I can identify with and relate with are concerned. For example, with the services that I mentioned, and even youth services as well. I have 3 kids who are my life, and I just would like to see more activities and options for the young people, the youth of Port Hope, because I was once one.
For my second topic, it's about business and environmental. What should you think is more important, the business development of this township or the environmental aspect of it? And if your answer is the balance of both, how do you think you'll be doing this as part of your agenda? Let me re-ask this again. What do you think is more important, the business development of our municipality or the environmental concerns of the residents?
I take a position sort of in the middle, I believe. I think that thriving and growing business is important to our community as well as the environment. For example, littering and things like that, recycling initiatives. For example, now a lot of restaurants are using a lot of paper products instead of plastic. These are all incentives that are, higher up government has probably passed down through, bylaws and whatever. I feel like those types of initiatives are important and need to continue. We need to continue along that path. And as well, I feel like maybe some things in the higher levels of government don't really apply to maybe our lovely, near and dear to my heart town of Port Hope. I feel like there's just more that could be done for us. I feel like maybe from higher up, maybe from within too, and that's what I'm trying to do and help with and be a part of.
Okay. And for our third question, the old and the new. Knowing that a big demographic of our town are older and retirees, how do you think we should balance the plans with our youth? We have a large population of our retirees and seniors in our community. How will you balance their needs while increasing opportunities for our youth?
Well, I think that our community is lucky in the sense that we have TCS as well as we have our own high school. Hopefully in the future, I'm not running for school board trustee, but it'd be nice to maybe be able to coordinate with that level of government also as to maybe initiatives that are more specific to our town. I feel like the agricultural aspect of our community or the environmental side, I feel like it's very, not neglected, but almost, I feel like a lot of concerns from local residents that live in the rural community maybe go unheard, and that doesn't sit well with me. I have a stake in this town, and like I say, I identify as being a member of that rural community and most of my life also. So I'm hoping to just do as much as I can for the people in the town that I love.
Okay. Regarding our fourth topic will be First Nations. Do you have a truth and reconciliation plan with the Indigenous people? If so, what is your agenda on this? What are your plans to help our community participate in reconciliation with Indigenous people?
I'm very open and willing to things of that nature. I'm open to exploring any, services that could be made available to any community in Port Hope, because I feel like people come here to Port Hope to live for a reason. It's a beautiful town, and a lot of people probably would like to be a part of it, but maybe can't. But the ones that are within it already, they deserve a voice too, And I'm just trying to help provide that as best I can.
And then for our last question, corporates and people. The current large corporations and developers that are stakeholders in our township have a lot to say in most projects here. How can you make sure that the local residents' interests are met? At present, there are large corporations and developers with the influence and resources to have their say about most projects here. Can you balance corporate interests with the interests of our residents and ensure that people who live here are also heard?
I feel like I identify strongly as a member of this town, and I myself, that the idea or notion that large corporation has more of a say than our own people, it doesn't sit well with me. And big corporations and land developers, all the people of this sort, I feel like, are trying to gentrify Port Hope to an overwhelming state where we're forgetting about the demand that's already here and eliminating the supply by creating, for example, this new subdivision in rural Garden Hill. It used to be Hope Township before it was amalgamated into the city of Port Hope. And it's just, I just don't like where things are going, and I'm trying to be a part of that positive change in any way, shape, or form that I can. And I'm hoping to be that, city councilor that people can call or email with their concerns. You can see me at the meetings. We'll talk after. We'll have coffee. I want to be that guy that people can count on.
That's awesome.
So I'm hoping to get that chance.
All right. Well, today that was Eric McMurray. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Oh, no, appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.
Awesome.